Welcome back to another video on the AM Genetics YouTube channel. Yes, it is with only one G, not two G's. But anyway, today's video, we're going to be talking about my beef with the AMG GTS. And as much as I love this car, there's no such thing as the perfect car. So we're going to be talking about this car's flaws. But before we get to the juicy stuff, I have some donatable goods that I need to give away. So we're going to be going to Savers first and giving away some stuff. There's some people out there that are going to be a lot less fortunate than you are. So if you have some stuff that you don't need anymore, don't just throw it away. Go ahead and find like a donation center near your area and give it away, because one man's trash is another man's treasure. And here we are, we made it to Savers. Also, as a side note, see, I'm telling you, it's the camera. People probably ask me this like 30 times. They keep asking me for longer videos, and like as you guys know, if like the watch time or like the audience retention is low, YouTube is not going to like promote it to new viewers. So if the video is too boring and people start clicking off of the video, then YouTube is not going to promote it to anybody. But you guys keep asking for longer videos, which is why I'm including something like this in today's video, even though me going and donating some stuff at Savers has nothing to do with my beef with the AMG GTS. But anyway, we're here. I'm just gonna go throw it inside the bin and I'll be back. So the first thing that's going on with the GTS is it's not really the GTS's fault, but something that happens like pretty much every single time I drive the car is that, I don't know why, but this car makes everybody around me drive like a maniac. Like the first day when I picked up this car, I was very nervous driving it because it was like my first time driving this car, and it's like the most expensive car that I've ever bought. So when I was driving it back home from the dealership, I was very nervous. My hands were nice and sweaty on that Alcantara steering wheel.
I am under the water. Please help me.
And in my rear view mirror, I can see somebody. I forget what kind of car it was, but I could see somebody just swerving through traffic trying to get to me. And after swerving through traffic, the worst thing that they did was they came up next to me, like exactly right up next to me while we were driving. And if you guys don't know, that's like the easiest way to get into an accident. That's the thing that I hated, was like they came up next to me and I think they tried to race. I think they tried to talk to me. I don't know. But they were driving like an idiot through traffic trying to see the car. I don't blame them. The car looks freaking amazing, but it's just kind of stupid. I guess I can say that this car makes people around me drive crazy. People in their motorcycles, in their trucks, in their like Civics, they rev the car at me and I think they just want to race. And usually when this happens, I don't really give them like any attention. I don't even look. I don't like do anything because I'm not going to be an idiot and like fall into the temptation of like racing people. So yeah, this car, it just makes everybody else around me act crazy. They always want to race. They rev their cars or the motorcycles at me trying to get my attention. But the second thing that I have some beef with on my GTS is actually the tail lights. I don't know if you guys can see this, but all of this over here at the bottom of the tail light is like dust or pollen. From afar, you can't really see anything, but as you go closer, you can see all the dust and all the pollen. Like once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's not just this tail light, it's this tail light as well, with like all the dust and whatnot, the pollen that has somehow snuck its way into the taillight, but it's mostly in this taillight and I have no idea how. The next thing that I have some beef with my GTS is actually gonna have to do with some nighttime driving. This car is so low to the ground that when you're driving at nighttime, it doesn't even matter if it's like a big car or like a truck. Even like small sedans or SUVs, like crossovers and stuff, the lights just perfect in my line of vision. So whenever I'm driving at nighttime, I'm basically blind because of the traffic on the other side of the road coming the opposite direction. Their lights just blind me. It's like just directly in my line of sight. And I know some of you are gonna say, oh, just adjust your seat higher or lower. I tried, it's not gonna work. So this also has to do with the topic of being low. It looks amazing. It's very low. It looks awesome. It's a very well-balanced car. But on some speed bumps, I just have major issues trying to get over them. Even if I like go crooked and like drive over it, it's like very hard to clear it. Some speed bumps are an issue. So when I was going to the bank like a couple weeks ago, I managed to not scratch the front splitter over here, but when I was going down, so like if this is a speed bump and the car was going over, the front splitter cleared, but the side skirts over here, as the car was going down, like clearing the other way, boom, I hit. And yeah, luckily there was no damage to the side skirts, so I'm pretty happy about that, but it was a pretty loud bump. All right, so two more things that I want to talk about. So as you guys know, in the GTS, if you wanted to launch the car, left foot brake, pull both paddles, and then pull the right one to confirm, and then right foot on the gas, let go of the brakes, and boom, you fly. Now, there is no problem with this, but I know in the AMG GTC and in the AMG GTR, all you have to do to activate launch control is just to put your left foot on the brake and right foot on the gas pedal, and automatically goes into like the race start. Honestly, I wish Mercedes implemented this into the GTS. Like, come on, like it's so much more like user friendly to just put your left foot on the brake and right foot on the gas instead of like playing with the paddle shifters for like 20 minutes. Like, come on, I have race mode in this car. Like, I should just be able to put my left foot on the brake and right foot on the gas pedal and automatically go into like race start. You could do this on the GTC and the GTR, but not in the GTS, and I'm bummed out about that because sometimes when you try to pull both paddles on the car, it doesn't activate, so you have to do it again. So you basically waste like 20 seconds trying to get into launch control. So yeah, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Ooh, you guys can't hear that, but it sounds like a Nissan GTR. A bug just managed to get into my car, and yeah, we're having none of that today. You, sir, get out. This last reason might be a little bit stupid, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So as you guys know, this car is rear-wheel drive. All the power is going to the back wheels. So just because your engine oil and your transmission temperature are nice and warm, it doesn't mean that you can just turn off traction control and go crazy. If the tires are still cold and you turn off traction control, you can bet that you're going to slide into a wall or crash. Just because the car is warm does not mean that the tires are warm. Usually the engine and the transmission will warm up sooner than the tires. Just because your engine and transmission are warm doesn't mean that the tires are ready. If you were in an all-wheel drive car, it's fine. Rear-wheel drive car, not so much. Oh, also, one last thing. See this big wing? I did not put that on the car. This actually came with the aerodynamics package, and it does look very nice from the outside. It is very nice, but look at this. When you look in their rear view mirror, half the mirror is taken up by that big ass wing. I'm sorry, I don't want to say half. Maybe about like a third of the view is taken up by the big wing. All right, I'm done complaining. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
Corazon. Don't finna jump for this shit. All top when I speak, all cap with the speech till they caught up in the rap shit. I'm so out of line with the phrase game. Let's take a break, been a long day. Hit your line, what you fall through with the light sticks. Maybe help me spark the ideas. We got nowhere else to go. It's only up from there.